友们，大家好，感谢您收看本期的直击美股，我是主持人 Julie， 在纽约向您问好。今天是3月20日，星期一，今日股市低开低收，但就道琼斯数据显示，标普500在过去182个交易日中整体上涨了19%，并且从未出现过一次超过5%的回调。在原油方面，欧派克对于控制原油供给的努力并未提振市场信心，今日石油依然小幅下挫。今天，芝加哥联储行长发表了声明，确定了今年将一共加息3次，加息4次的可能性比较小。受此利好消息影响，小盘股整体提振。但是就分析师对于小盘股的分析来看，其市盈率已经高达25.4%，在过去10年中，这一数值保持在20.7%，这无疑是自2009年以来的新高。因此，有分析师认为，小盘股的提振上升空间已经十分有限了。我们华尔街多媒体以及直击美股也将时刻为您关注这些动向，也请您持续关注我们的节目。更多的详细资讯，请关注交易员分析。
Hey guys, Kurt Capper here, filling in for Scott with your daily recap. And so, starting off here, looking at the S&P, we had a pretty neutral day overall, really just closing with a narrow-bodied bar. And you can see here that what happened was nothing more than a retest of recent support and these recent higher lows. You can see I've got this ascending trend line drawn, and that's all that happened here today. Nothing more, nothing less. Just pulling back into this area and ultimately holding it for at least another day. We'll see what happens tomorrow, because this is the key level of support that really needs to hang in there, at least with regard to the S&P. Because if not, it then opens the door to a more significant correction down towards this 230 to 231 area, which, as discussed in prior videos, wouldn't be the end of the world. In fact, it would be a quote-unquote healthy correction based on the weekly chart. So we'll have to see how this plays out. But we did see the financials under pressure, right? This is a bad tick here, so just ignore that. But you can see that we did close down here today. We had Goldman, which closed weak and looking like it can continue moving lower. We had JP Morgan, which was also weak after trying to move up. It came back in, and so this held this little shelf of support, but really does not look like it will continue to hold up here. It looks like it's going to need to come down and retest this prior breakout level around 87.50. So that's something we'll be paying attention to here over the next couple days. And then the question becomes, will the market hold up enough while these financials pull back to where it doesn't completely damage the overall look of the chart? Specifically, looking at the Qs, right? The Qs here actually closed up just barely, but up nonetheless, as they continue to ride the 8MA higher. And so, as I said, the question becomes, will the Qs be able to hold on to their strength while financials and others continue to correct a bit? And in doing so, if that happens, it will set the stage for another nice push higher, because if you think about it, right, financials pulling back to support, resetting themselves, should then bring in more demand, pushing price higher, pushing the market higher, and then we might start to actually see some rotation out of tech into some other areas, other names. But again, we'll have to see how this plays out. It's just something to think about as we move forward here. But healthcare was another area that was under pressure here. UNH closing down almost 1%. So we'll have to keep an eye on healthcare as it continues to get sold. It is into, right, UNH is into support here. And therefore, it's a key area that, if it can hold, should keep the prior strength intact. But if not, then we could be looking at a much more significant correction. On the flip side, though, right, we talked about healthcare under pressure, we talked about financials under pressure, but on the flip side, right, Apple, really strong day, closing up just over 1% and closing above Friday's high. Right? You also have Netflix, which is right there on the horizon of potentially breaking out. So it also had a fairly strong day. I mean, nothing to write home about, but look, it was able to close strong, held its own, and is hanging right up here at the top of this range. So it definitely looks like it could get going. And looking at the weekly chart here, there would really be nothing to stop it. So it could be easily on its way to 150 and higher here over the next couple of sessions. Definitely something to keep an eye on as we move forward into this week.
好了，以上就是本次直击美股，感谢您的收看，我是主持人 Julie，祝您交易顺利，我们下期节目再见。